boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, boom.
All right, everyone, we are back. Sorry for the brief interruption. We had a slight technical issue. We have MC Kaiko still in the bottom right corner of your screens.
What up? What up? What up?
All right, Anuj, your mic is muted.
It's not.
Anuj, your mic is muted
It's not.
in Meet, the Meet application.
My mic is not muted.
We can't hear you. Your mic is fine, but it's no. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh yeah, apparently it is fine. So I'm the only one who can't hear you.
Guys, welcome to Beatboxing India Championships, where you've tuned into the finale. This is Nikhil Nigade against MC Kaiko.
Hey. What is up with this stream? Your mic is muted again.
No, this time it was me. Because I
Okay,
turned on
so
the
apparently
video.
everyone else can hear you except me. That is beautiful. I'm not
I
sure
mean, we
how
don't need
fix
to talk to do the stream, right? Like, I can talk.
it. Nope. Can't hear you. So this is apparently a issue in Chrome. What is this happening? Okay, you know
Can
what
you
I'm
hear
gonna
me?
do?
I'm just getting emails saying objective stream is online saying I'm just getting emails is online saying I'm just getting emails is online saying I'm just getting
Okay, so apparently I can't hear anyone. 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 So apparently I can't hear anyone. Okay, not sure what's happening here. Okay, not sure what's happening here. Okay, not sure what's happening here. Okay, not sure what's happening. Okay, not sure what's happening. Okay. Okay. Oh, we have audio. Oh, we have audio. Oh, we have. Okay, we're back on the stream. Everything's good. Sorry about that.
What up, people?
Lots of technical issues. Lots of technical issues. Okay, so why don't you start off with the first topic while I get things set up on my end?
So, guys, they announced foldable laptops at CES, and life is going to be great because now laptops are going to fold. This is great news, and this is like horrible marketing, to be very honest.
Absolutely
But anyway,
horrible.
Yeah, so horrible marketing. But yeah, they started calling it foldable laptops, and it's very weird because my laptops have been folding for as long as I can remember.
Exactly.
But the idea is that now it's just one single piece of screen which bends in the middle. It's kind of like the Samsung foldable phone and Moto Razr and a bunch of other phones that have come up in 2019. So now that's going to happen to laptops. So they're around 12 inches when you're using it in your traditional laptop mode, and when you open it up, it's like 17 inches or something like that. because orientation changes. So now Lenovo is pretty serious about it. They're like, this is a product, and they've made it like a diary, which is interesting. And interestingly, it has a keyboard which wirelessly charge when you keep it inside the foldable laptop, which sounds like fun. But it has a crazy price range. I think it costs
$2,500.
Yeah, it costs over $2,500, and that's crazy. But I'm sure there's some market for that, and this seems like a new category of devices that are going to emerge. Um, there are issues, of course. For example, foldable screens have not been out there in the world for long, for starters, so we don't know how they work or how durable they are. We don't know how repairable they are. Most of all, we don't even know if they're going to have good enough keyboards. Most likely, they're not going to have good enough keyboards because they're going to be touchscreen, and they're never good enough. So if you think MacBooks and their butterfly keyboards and then whatever big fiasco that was for like 3 years or 4 years, if you think that was bad, this is going to be worse. Because honestly, it's going to be horrific. I don't know why we are doing this.
Rule of thumb, it was your topic. Rule of thumb in tech though, always skip the first generation.
I'm like always skip like the first 3 generations if this is going to happen.
So what I
Or
really
like stockpile on old stuff.
what I really love is the Verge's caption for their headline here, which is "Bigger innovations are coming soon." Had this been like an Apple laptop, Verge would
Right.
be spewing acid all over this web page.
Right.
But just because it is not from Apple, the caption goes, "Bigger innovations are coming soon." What a load of crap.
I think it's one thing to be carefully optimistic about something, but the other thing is like just doing it for the heck of doing it. Innovations in laptops are stalled. There's no new hardware coming. I mean, I remember there was a point when fingerprint sensor was a huge feature. Right? Like, there's nothing new happening on that front. That's why Apple has been just like thinning them down, because that's the only way to kind of sell it. Now people are experimenting with new things. Apple did the whole touch bar thing. Not a big fan of that. And now we have like the next step, which is like just completely replacing that. I read, so like the first time Apple announced touch bar, I read like eventually MacBook is just going to be 2 iPads connected to each other.
That
Which
would
seems like
be a very bad thing from where I stand, because see, typing on glass momentarily, short bursts is okay. Continuously for a long period of time, like imagine sitting all day at your desk, at your
Right.
desk job all day, and you get your 2 breaks, but you're typing away on a slab of glass, your fingers are going to hurt.
But that's the thing. I think we are moving away from the whole developers and everybody else should use the same kind of devices. Why I say that is because Apple, for the first time, acknowledged during their MacBook release that this is also tailored for developers. I think that that's something that they've not done before. They have always been focused on creatives and artists
True,
and
true.
students and such like that. And now you're suddenly acknowledging some category because apparently they must have realized that Apple
We
guys
exist.
are like a big chunk of their customers.
I mean, come on,
What
they
it
host
also means is probably
they host an event
things
called
tailored for them and not tailored for them.
they host an event called the Worldwide Developers Conference.
Right.
So I mean, it was like right there, low hanging fruit.
No, I think it's just a question of alienating other people by accepting that you cater to these people.
Yeah, pretty much. But see, I really don't see that happening, because have you ever typed away on your iPad using the software keyboard? for an extended period of time. It doesn't matter what you're typing, just try this. Just type away your thoughts on an iPad using the software keyboard and see how tired your fingers get.
Yeah, so I think that's something, again, coming back to the previous one that I was having, like understanding who this is for.
Right.
Big chunk of people don't want to type a lot.
Yep.
We're already in a stage where, a lot of people I know are using Grammarly. But
Right.
then, going from Grammarly to voice assisted typing is a much easier path than directly going to voice typing. Voice typing has been around for at least a decade, and it's been part of all major operating systems. Right? I remember, like, I don't know, I remember using that probably a little more than 10 years ago.
Right.
So yeah, voice typing has been around, but now we are at a stage where we have tools that will
Type for
predict-
us.
type better for us.
Yeah. That is a good
So-
point.
So unless your typing is something which is part of the creative process, for
Right.
example, programmers, I think programmers think as they type, and then whatever they're typing, they come back and think more. So it's like it's part of the loop. But that is not necessarily the case for everyone. I don't think someone who's typing a proposal is going to be very worried about editing capabilities of their keyboard. Or the speed.
That's a very good point. What I do want to say, apart from foldable laptops and typing on glass at CES, was that this year's CES was pretty lackluster, except for, say, AMD's keynote and Intel's new slottable computers. In the tech scene, apart from these two things, everything else seemed lackluster. And we had a huge surprise. Sony finally announced the PS5. No, just kidding. They announced a new car.
Oh yeah.
They announced a new freaking car. Did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. So the thing is, like, the amount. So I've always respected cars from an electronics point of view, but because a typical car will have hundreds or probably thousands of microcontrollers and circuits and everything. It's a pretty complex machine.
Yep.
It's not always been the case, but now we live in an age where it's the norm.
Yeah.
Right? And now we are expecting a lot more of tech in cars. So companies who have traditionally done tech are poised to do better cars than others.
Right.
That's why someone like Tesla could become huge, because they treat their product like Apple would treat one of theirs.
Yep.
So I'm not very surprised. I'm definitely surprised a little that Sony would be one of them. But I don't think this will be the last that we hear, something like that.
Okay. All right. That I hope we hear from LG soon, where the windshield is just a huge OLED slab, and there are cameras on the outside which do like real time. That would be cool. That would be pretty fancy.
I think that's a legitimate possibility.
Yeah.
Autonomous cars.
Yeah.
Will become that thing. You don't always have to see what's outside. In which case, putting a camera and then a screen
Yeah.
kind of really starts making sense.
Exactly. And then you don't even have to worry about bad weather conditions, because you could have an array of cameras, one for your visible light, one infrared, one ultraviolet. So, you can see through the fog and whatnot, and be completely safe while driving your car.
Right.
So that would be pretty cool. All right. Just to quickly answer Anuj's question from the live chat. Anuj Kotari in the live chat. He says, great video quality. What's the streaming setup you're using? Anuj is using what seems to be one of the Raspberry Pi cameras, going by the video quality.
Oh, come on. I'm using a Logitech C270.
No way.
Yeah, I am using that.
Okay,
I'm using
then
like the
okay, so
3270 for the
then
video, and then
the
I think it does 720p 30 fps, but our menu is going to be one small window in the corner, so I don't care.
yeah, because it's 720p. All right, so that's what's happening on his end with
Oh
the
yeah, and I'm also using this.
Yeti. Yeah, the Yeti Snowball microphone, which
No,
is pretty
blue
kick-ass.
snowball.
Oh yeah, sorry, the Blue Snowball, and I'm using the Blue Yeti for my microphone with the Sony A7 III as the camera connected to an Elgato 4K capture USB dongle thing. All right, so that's the streaming setup, and the schedule is now. Today's a Wednesday, 9 p.m. Pretty odd for a live stream. We used to do Fridays at 9:30 p.m. So today we just thought, it's been a long time. We need to kick off season 3. Let's do it on a Wednesday just for giggles. And here we are. See, I can still make Anuj laugh. All right, so a couple of changes. Can we do a quick channel update? Is that game with you, or do you want to do it later?
No, we can do a channel update.
All right. So a quick channel update. I got married in December, which is why I have been mostly away for approximately 2 months from the channel. I haven't been producing a lot, but
yeah, it was a big wedding.
yeah, it was an amazing wedding. We danced a lot, we drank a lot, we ate a lot, and Anuj yelled at me multiple times throughout the wedding.
No, that's not true. There's just photos of.
Yes,
like,
I have
publicly
I
yelling at
have
people, but
I have
that's just
proof.
fake news.
I have visual proof. If anyone wants to ever see it, it'll be on Twitter. So if you aren't following us there, you should go and check it out. I'm Design Zinc on Twitter, DEZINEZYNC, and he is Anush Deshpande with a Y on the end. Next update. So behind the scenes, I've been recording.
Like Anuj Deshpande. Oh hi.
Why? You should just change it to MC Kaiko.
Nah man. I have a rep. मेरी कोई इज्जत है इस दुनिया में.
Which is like what, -1 right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, like, given that I'm on this stream, definitely.
Exactly. I mean, we can't be
That's
above.
pretty early.
Yeah, we can't be above like 5, like over 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Apart from that, I've been recording a lot of B-roll in the background for a lot of stuff that I've been reviewing here, and I'll have a separate live stream maybe on Friday to show you a big project that I'm working on. I should have most of the parts for it by Friday. There are a lot of bits and pieces coming from different parts of the world for it, so that's pretty exciting. Let's hope I can do an update. Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. So that could actually be the name of the project, but I have a better name. So let's hope I can do another live stream on Friday at approximately 11:30 a.m. So let's shoot for that timing. Hope majority parts come in tomorrow. If not, sometime after the 21st. Apart from that, there's a new review coming up soon of an OLED TV, and that is pretty kick-ass. We've been trying a lot of different content on it, HDR, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, pretty much fun stuff. So a video of that should be coming soon on the channel. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming, which is Pro mode for MacBooks, likely coming in macOS 10.15.3. So that is macOS Catalina, and we have this news from 512 Pixels. And there's a new string preference that you can set up, which either enables Pro mode or disables it depending on the Boolean value you set to it. And what this effectively does is let the fans spin faster, make the system a little bit more noisier, draw more power from the wall. This only works when you're plugged into the wall, so that has to be there. You cannot turn this on when it's on battery, and in case you forget to turn it off, it'll turn off automatically the next day. So all of these things sound pretty cool. One thing, if I remember correctly, it was Marco who was tweeting about an app that enables low power mode, which effectively turns off was it hyperthreading, or it was either turning off hyperthreading or turbo boost. It turns off, I believe, turbo boost, So it limits how the frequency of the CPU, so it draws less power overall. And that sounds like a pretty good idea if you want to increase the lifespan of your MacBooks. And could be also pretty good on iMacs as well if you want to have them running in low power mode somewhere in the background as a build server or something of that sorts. So go dig into his tweets and find out whatever that app is called. You don't have a MacBook right now, do you?
I do have a MacBook. I have a 2012 MacBook which I have upgraded. I've upgraded the SSD. I've added more RAM. It's an i7 processor, so it's not that bad even for 2020.
Okay.
But and it's still supported for Catalina, but Catalina runs horrifically on this because
Okay.
it's the last device that's still supported.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like barely supported. I've faced a lot of crashes on this, and yeah, I support it every time, but I don't think the support for this is going to improve. So yeah, this is probably end of life MacBook here. So I don't think any of this is going to matter to me because I'm already like spinning the disks as much as I can.
People in the chat, you know which button to press.
Press F to pay respect to my MacBook and workhorse that it has been. It's so honestly a very emotional thing for me to talk about.
All right. With
I mean,
that,
like, literally, sitting next to this MacBook, I have like a brand new 2019 Razer 15-inch blade with, like, I don't know, 9th generation i7 and
yeah, we have a review of that coming up also on the channel.
yeah. So subscribe.
And the new MX Master mouse.
Yeah.
So lots of review videos coming as soon as I can get the hardware, off Anuj's hands for a while. So maybe if you guys can drop some super chats so we can send Anuj on a vacation nearby somewhere.
Please, can you see my mouse?
Yeah, we can all see your mouse.
Guys, this mouse is amazing.
It's amazing.
Very amazing. It is so amazing.
Why is Tosar not in chat?
I know.
Let me ping Tosar.
Oh, we didn't even tweet, so
I tweeted. Alright, the bat signal has been sent to Tosar. He should be in chat soon. In the meantime, let's jump on to the next topic that we have here, and that is SK Hynix was demoing DDR5 4800 megahertz RAM at CES, and this is a DDR5 RDIMM kit. RDIMM is basically all the dense module ones that you have going now. I believe DDR4 also has them stuff that the Mac Pro 2019 is using. And while not in the list, I want to talk about that after we finish today's topics. So the RDIMM is the same, has the same number of pinouts, 288 pins, but the notch is again positioned in a slightly different place. That sentence does not make a lot of sense, but just go with it. Just so that people don't accidentally put it in the wrong slot. So yeah.
okay, that's something you don't want to do.
Yep. Don't put things where they don't
The wrong slot.
are not supposed to be going.
Yep.
Yep. So these are the high density modules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So DDR5 is the hot new thing.
4800 megahertz, 4.8 gigahertz.
I mean, like, this is just bad for global warming.
How? These are, if I'm not
Going to
mistaken.
be super power hungry.
No, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't every generation of RAM been more power efficient?
I don't think so.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, they have been more power efficient per gigabyte of storage on those sticks.
I don't know.
Yep. So this is like this is not the new TDR5. This is a sample of it that they have been playing around with. I do not believe there are any boards right now that use DDR5, and I doubt there will be any new boards that support DDR5 till 2021. So let's not hold our breath to see anything new at Computex. The best we can see at Computex this year is probably a couple of rebranded new Intel CPUs, a couple of rebranded new NVIDIA GPUs, and that's about it. All right, so
I think
yeah,
whatever AMD brings to Computex would be amazing. I think it would mostly be device partners and stuff, like things they have been working on with other partners.
if I remember correctly, didn't Lisa Su say that 2020 Zen 3 is going to be coming?
Yeah, I don't remember that particular.
If that was their roadmap, because it doesn't make sense. They did Zen 1 and then Zen 1, like they did 14 nanometers and 14 nanometer plus. Now they are on
Right.
7 nanometers, and I'm expecting to see 7 nanometer plus, but I guess that is what they are calling Zen 3. And then Zen 4 is going to be your 5 or 3 nanometers. Yes, so Zen 3 is 7 nanometer plus. Thosar has confirmed in chat. So, Computex is going to be pretty busy. And I'm guessing we are going to be seeing new X670 motherboards because we have X570. So we'll be seeing X670. Yeah. So 630, 650 and 670 boards later this year. And I'm again guessing that the new chips will be compatible with the existing X570 motherboards because it's more or less the same thing, just with a refined node process.
This is like yada 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 for me.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I mean this is like cool. I'm more interested in like what Raspberry Pi Foundation is going to do next.
All right. Are we sure we want to host this as a audio only podcast? How sure
Yeah.
are we about that?
I mean, like we do open. Yeah, so that's something that we should probably just put it out there. So, guys, what do you think about this show? Also, as a mailer, a weekly mail,
A weekly
as
newsletter,
well as an
a
audio podcast.
audio only podcast.
Yeah. In which case, it's not going to do a lot for my modeling career, but I
Yeah.
might get some roles for voice acting in Hollywood.
You have a very radio face.
That's the worst backhanded comment anyone's ever did it.
Come on. All right.
Have you heard of Howard Stern?
No.
So Howard Stern is this huge guy who's been doing radio for decades,
Okay.
and now all of a sudden, since YouTube became popular, all of his clips are showing up on YouTube. So it's like,
Hey, are you with us?
you never know. Like, and now he's become like familiar face. He was a familiar voice. and now
Okay.
he's like a familiar face.
Huh. Okay.
Anyways,
Okay. Roger that. Why don't we move on to the next topic that we have? Is this the most anti-Facebook thing Google has done? So Google
okay,
announced,
so basically, Chromium is saying that we are going to kill third-party cookies in some time, and I think that's the most. So unless Google has a plan of replacing whatever third-party cookies do for their advertising business, they wouldn't do this. And someone who doesn't have a browser but is also a very big name in the advertising business is Facebook. Given that Chromium is the de facto browser for almost everyone, except for some niche folks who like to use, I don't know, Firefox or Brave. Most of the people use Chrome. So that's a great power move. So I don't follow Google stock, but I would say to people who invest in stock to buy more Google stock if this is actually going to happen, because this is a big deal. The question is what they do to fill that void left by third-party cookies. There are some things that they have already begun doing, things like AMP. That's been rolled out. It's been a while. So yeah, I'm not sure how good or bad this is going to be, because I think Google had to make this play because Firefox, for one, containerized and it doesn't interact with your other open tabs, for example.
So
Now, yeah,
here's the thing. Apple has had the Safari Site Intelligent Protection version 2 thing going on now. And Firefox has containerized almost every website, every tab out there. And now Chrome
Yeah.
is doing this, but they are doing this so less aggressively than the other two counterparts that they have. That it is going to give enough time for ad vendors
everyone
to
to readjust.
readjust, and because if I remember correctly, there was something Chrome just very aggressively banned, and people immediately figured out that if they use WebSockets, they can still have it functioning and working.
Right.
So giving them 2 years is a long time. Apple did it overnight, and Firefox did it overnight. Chrome is like, oh, take 2 years, take your own sweet time to figure things out while we shut it down step by step. Is it going to affect Facebook? Not really, because Facebook has some seriously talented engineers working there
Yeah, I mean,
who are going to figure out.
not in the long run.
I hope not in the long run. I hope people realize the shit it's doing and jump ship, but that's not my call. Anyways, they do still have some seriously talented engineers who I'm sure are going to figure out ways to circumvent this and still get everything. However, on the same line, there was a report yesterday from Apple Insider. So the article is on Apple Insider, it's not a report from them, that app tracking alerts in iOS 13 has dramatically cut location data flow to the ad industry. And if you remember, iOS 13 tells you when the app has been using your data in the background. And when I was away on vacation, the Sony app on my phone, I had explicitly given it access to track location continuously, because it pairs with my camera, so it can embed GPS locations on the photos I click directly. And after a while, after every 30 minutes, my iPhone used to give me an alert that the app has been following a location and all the location dots it has selected. So it used to be quite a cute overview sort of a thing of the photos I'd taken on that particular street or road or whatever. But it was very cool to see. And I believe Yahoo Weather also keeps prompting me to turn on location settings. It's very annoying. But why? Just use it when I'm using the app. Don't be dumb. Uber wants to use your location even when you're not using the app. Why?
So I think this is a good sign, because this means that when some companies act in the interest of the consumers, everyone else is forced.
Yep. But see, what I'm trying to say here is what Google is doing here, giving a 2-year lease of life to these ad trackers, right? That's not cool. I hope Google revises this.
That's how they pay the bills.
Yep, I hope Google revises this and just one fine day, like on a Sunday morning, they announce that, hey, sorry, our bad.
Somewhat positive news. Android. So there was an antitrust case going on where Google did allow you to change the default search engine, but that had to be done using through the settings menu and such. I'm talking about Android now. So Europe courts have legislated that that should be something that users should be able to do when they're setting up their phone now. So now DuckDuckGo is going to be the default search engine or something like that.
Yep.
Uh,
Available as a
and
default choice.
available as a default choice. Sorry, on Android, which is quite interesting. I'm not sure what the percentages are for Android versus iOS in Europe, but I'm sure they're definitely better for Android as compared to the US. So yeah, this is a big thing because I think Europe in general has been after these big corporations, and it's basically trying to put them in check, and it's basically levying like huge amounts of fines which are like billions of dollars.
They are being Oprah with the
So
fines, quite literally.
yeah, so this is good. More choice to the user, more default choice to the user is good. I remember back in the early 2000s or something like that, there were similar cases with Internet Explorer and Microsoft.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, I mean that's why people have been supportive of their competition because they don't want to get caught up in these antitrust cases. And yeah, it's nice that DuckDuckGo is becoming a more serious contender to Google.
One thing I have noticed, so I have DuckDuckGo set up as the default search engine on my iPhone. On my
Right.
iPad, however, I have Google set up as the default search engine. On my Mac OS, I have Safari set up to use DuckDuckGo, and I have Chrome set up to use Google. And one thing I do notice is that for certain terms, which are like very recent events, say something happened last night. For example, I was looking up stuff on the whole Iran situation on the 1st and 2nd of Jan, and I couldn't get enough results in DuckDuckGo. However, Google
Yeah,
had all the latest updates for me ready right at the top.
yeah. So I think that's definitely the case. That's also kind of in part because DuckDuckGo is a relatively small company as compared to Google, right? And whenever you have things that so something which is pretty current probably requires a lot more moderation
Right.
than something that's been around for a while.
Right, right. And if I
So
remember correctly, you still have to submit your sitemaps and keep them updated whenever you have,
I think
like
like
for the Google search engine. I'm not aware of
right.
anything like that for DuckDuckGo. However, if there is one, let me know in the comments or the live chat because I'd be very much interested to submit my website's sitemaps out there.
Right.
Oh, by the way, for I just noticed my headphones. For anyone whose headphones are broken, these are the Audio Technica MX50. The same issue happens on the 40 and 30. So if there's a tab there, and if that breaks, these just go completely loose and they stop working. So what you can do is just use zip ties. Focus. Yeah, there we go. So zip tie it all up, and you have a perfectly working set of headphones.
Just out of curiosity, are you using your camera or are you using a webcam?
Camera.
Okay.
I do not own a webcam.
Okay, interesting.
Yep. Alright, so let's take a quick ad break. One of the first of its kind. Are you surprised to hear that we have an ad break? Anuj? Oh. Anuj just. Yeah, we have an ad break.
Has to, yeah.
Today's stream is sponsored by Elytra. the simple RSS feed reader for your iPhone and iPad. Go check it out. It's an app that I have made, and Anuj has contributed a lot to by means of constant feedback, crash reports, and Dua, and being the very first paying customer of the app. So a huge shout out to Anuj for that. Thank you, brother. And go check it out. It's available on the App Store for free with a 14-day trial and then $2. Hey, talking about that, I got a notification from Elytra for a blog that I follow, real-time updates, push notifications. If you're into that kind of a thing, go check it out. This is totally not planned. That notification just came up.
So, what a little bit of feeds, but it's from your personal page and it's an open standard. So you can just start writing some application and decide to support RSS. Unlike something like Twitter, which is a walled garden, so you have to create an account, sign up to Twitter, give them your phone number, then they'll misuse your phone number, blah 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 blah. But all of these things do not happen when you're using RSS feeds.
And so Elytra does not collect any of that information from you either.
Elytra actually doesn't even collect your email.
Yep.
Which is interesting. But yeah, coming back to RSS feeds are amazing, and if you haven't been around since, like, if you haven't been around for the last 15 years or so, you probably haven't heard of RSS feeds.
And you missed out on bots and whatnot to get an RSS feed working. And nowadays, it's like click, 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 RSS feed ready. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. If you have a WordPress blog, you probably already have an RSS feed. Just type the full domain subdomain of your WordPress site, followed by a / and then feed, and then another / and you should have your RSS feed. So if you have a blog, go check out Elytra and type in your blog in there. Someone has probably already subscribed to it, so it is pretty much already out there. Go check it out. Fun stuff. Thank you for listening to the sponsor segment. And now
all hail RSS.
All hail RSS feeds.
That was a desi politics.
That was a desi. Yeah. All right. So I want to talk about the Pro XDR display. This piece of sexiness. And the
out of budget. So I don't even know why we're talking about it.
No, I want to talk about all the bitching, crying, and moaning people have been doing about the $1,000 stand, including us. All right. And I want to admit that I was absolutely utterly wrong about the price tag. All right, so someone did a pricing breakdown of the stand in terms of engineering costs and production costs, shipping costs, storage costs, parts costs, materials cost, etc., and they came to about $80.
Okay.
For a $999 stand. What a lot of people are missing out on is the hinge probably cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to engineer in the first place. Right? The people who worked on...
so now are we talking about non-recurring expenses?
No, so see, here's the thing. These are going to be made in limited quantities. Right? So Apple is still going to try to make their 150% profit margin of everything they sell, including the stand. So everything considered, the stand probably costs $300 to them.
Okay.
This is the same nonsense that you hear, right? The iPhone 11 Pro only costs $105 for Apple to make, etc., etc. That's a lot of bullshit, right? It may cost Apple to only $105 for it to make. But they have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in R&D to be able to produce the A13 chip and the T2 chip and whatnot that goes into the iPhone as well. And they have to pay engineers who make the software that runs on it. Right? So you have all of these additional costs which people do not consider. Now, obviously, there is no software, there is no firmware for a display stand. Right? It's just a slab of aluminum, steel, and magnets, and maybe some rubber feet. I don't know, rubber or foam feet, right? But if you see this side profile, this part here, it makes it look like one seamless piece.
Oh, okay. So are you saying that it's manufactured from one single slab of aluminum?
Oh, it is. It is not bonded. It is not bonded. That's not what I was talking about. I'm not talking only about the stand at this point. I'm talking about the stand with the display. See the left picture, right?
Right.
It makes it look like one seamless unit, like your iMac. Costs money. Because if you see standard monitors, which come with absolutely horrible stands, you and I are lucky to have these LG monitors with some decent looking monitor stands, monitor legs, but some displays come with horrible stands.
Right.
So I can see why people are complaining that this stand costs $999. But
Right.
the Apple tax combined with all of these other things that I just mentioned, plus when have you watched iJustine's video of her unboxing this thing?
No.
You should check it out. So she opens the stand, puts it on a table, opens the display, and takes it near the stand to. She was trying to figure out how to put this in, and the magnets just snap the display onto the stand. And that sound, that click, and the whole thing. It was beautiful to just watch.
Right.
I can't imagine like how she felt in that moment, but for me to see that for the first time, it was just beautiful to watch. Because Apple never demoed that in any video. Right? Apple never showed that part on stage.
Right.
We knew it was magnets. But when I actually saw it happening, right? And because like everything is getting recorded at 24 frames per second, it's just like instantaneous, like half a second, right? But you should check it out. It is beautiful. So everyone who's been bitching, moaning, and crying about this stand, please stop. Oh, and the display. My goodness. I can't wait to see it in person.
Interesting. So I have a different take
Mm-hmm.
on an increasing disparity between
Yep.
the middle class and the
Yes.
rich. Right. So the wide is increasing, rich are getting richer.
Yep.
Everyone else is more or less.
Getting
The same.
poorer. Yep.
So I think we are at this point where iPhones were, something that was for everyone. Everyone would have an iPhone, for example, after taking into consideration the extremely poor and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Apple had designed this so that pretty much most people had the same iPhone. It wasn't as if life would be different.
Right.
The same iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, I don't think that's going to be the case.
Okay.
I think there are going to be more versions
Of the iPhone.
of everything. I'm not just talking about the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
The iPhone is something which is mass produced on a huge scale. Right? So it's not necessary that it might still fit that. But I think there's going to be a sizable population who can afford to pay more just because. And there will be a void of products which are designed for them. And I think such products will fill that void.
So the iPhone 9 is coming up.
Okay.
And it is going to be one of these products that you're talking about.
No, I don't think iPhone would be one of those products. I think it would be the other products that would be one of these. I mean, even if you look, Apple is already doing something like that with the watch. There are Apple watches which cost thousands of dollars. I think.
Yep.
And then there are Apple watches which cost
A few $100. Yep.
Yeah. So they are already doing something like that. I'm just not sure that this is going to reach iPhones just yet.
All right. It has reached the Android segment quite a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
iPhones, I can totally
There
see
are
that
like
taking time.
McLaren phones and stuff
Oh
like that.
God. So, if someone can afford to have a McLaren or a Lamborghini in their driveway or in their garage, what are the chances that they're going to go out there and fucking buy a phone from OnePlus? Just think about it.
I don't know, like it depends on how much they give into marketing and branding.
No. My point is that if someone can afford to have a Lamborghini or a McLaren in their garage, what are the chances that they're going to go out there and buy a OnePlus? They probably get the next upcoming iPhone hand delivered to them.
So okay, so I have missed the context for one of our chat messages. This is possible thanks to is what Chinmay says.
That was a joke.
Okay.
That's like a pun.
Okay.
Or he's probably talking about
But
iPhones.
anyways,
Or he's probably
back
talking about iPhones at that point. Even I don't know. I think it's a joke, but he could be talking about iPhones.
Yeah, I think this is because of the latency issues between what we are talking about and what people hear.
Yep. Anyways, that's enough about displays. I want to talk about what we are watching. So, welcome
Oh,
to the 2020 first episode of What Are We Watching? Let's hear it from you.
I finished watching Mr. Robot season 4.
Mm-hmm.
It was a beautiful ending to
Okay.
a show that I would consider one of the greatest shows ever, if not the greatest. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it was amazing. So anyone who hasn't watched Mr. Robot, I'd suggest that without reading anything, start watching from the first season. All 4 seasons are now available, and yeah, I mean that's the one big thing that I've been watching. Other than that, I watched Witcher, which is on Netflix. I haven't played the games or read the books, but I enjoyed the TV series, so that was good. There's a song in that which is very catchy, and that's stuck in my head now. Uh, and yeah, I think that's about it. That in terms of what I've been watching, I haven't been watching a lot. There are a couple of movies that I watched, but none of them are uh, recent. Mostly things that have been around for a while. What have you been watching?
All right. That's. I've yet to finish Mr. Robot season 3, so I was adding that to my to-do list, so I can start watching
Okay.
season 3.
I'm a fan.
Season 4, sorry. I have
Looks like you're
everything.
not.
I am a fan. I have everything scheduled. I had planned to watch it in December. For reasons that even evade me, I did not watch it.
Huh.
And The Witcher, I watched half of the first episode. Lost in Space, I watched one episode. Titans, I have one episode left. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
January has been
TV
pretty.
anymore.
January has been pretty bad. I've started watching the latest season of Marvelous Miss Maisel. So
Oh, I
that
still have to
show
do
that show is getting funnier by the episode. Really digging that stuff.
Oh, I actually even watched Killing Eve, which is a very spy show.
Okay.
I watched it on Hotstar.
Okay.
I enjoyed the first season, and not very happy with how they ended it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a funny TV show. Funny, it's like it's strange, but it's like comedy plus action, which
Mm-hmm.
is a very hard thing to do, and I think that was possible because of the writer Phoebe uh, from Fleabag.
Okay.
So she's the writer and actor from Fleabag, who's also
Mm-hmm.
written Killing Eve. She's not acted in this one, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the better TV shows out there. So definitely one to watch.
All right. You know how there are these movies which they seem more entertaining when you're on a flight, because even if you wanted to just
Oh, okay.
run away from it, you can't. And then
Right.
turns out that because you're stuck in a place, the movie becomes more entertaining. Six
So,
Underground is one of those movies.
600 Grand is a mindless flick. You just watch it for the action.
So 2 hours of my 6 hour flight, super entertaining. The
So I
remaining
think,
4 hours, I slept.
yeah, I mean, the Netflix realized what Michael Bay is really good at. It was action. It was not story or anything like that.
Yep.
And then Michael Bay doing his typical films in a typical format would always get poor ratings because everyone would diss on the storyline and stuff like that.
Wow. Tosar likes to play it risky. Anything below 7 IMDb is not worth anyone's time. 7. 7. Try a movie rated
I think
7.1.
No, I'm good. I think a good thing would be to find movies which are not rated 7
Yeah,
and above,
right.
but are good movies, because I have unfortunately just lost interest in IMDb and Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes
Okay.
because these guys are honestly up for sale.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
So yeah, I'm like, I don't care. So like, even like searching for IMDb bad review, good movie, I'm sure we'll find a bunch of good movies.
So, what are you searching for? IMDb bad review, good movie. Okay, let's see what comes up. So, I can bring it on.
Top
So there's a good movies with oh yeah, that's the one we want. So someone's made a list out of it. Let's bring that up. The Aviator.
No, but these are again all above. Okay, so do you see number 9?
Number 9. Robin Hood. Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Hood is actually a good movie
Okay.
because
Okay. So see,
they have kept it real.
Man of Steel 7.1. It was a good movie.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of Crystal Skull was a great movie. Wolverine was a good movie. Escape Plan it was a bad movie. Ender's Game was actually a good movie. Number 15.
Okay. It was fine. It was. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it was definitely not a 5 point something.
Okay. It was
6 point something.
6.6. Yeah, I'd say it was a 7.5.
Yeah, I'd probably give it more. But I like the idea of how it was structured.
Oh, come on. Age of Extinction was a good movie.
Which one are you looking at?
Transformers, Age of Extinction.
I haven't seen it actually.
You know what? Rewatch
Yeah,
of the.
so for example, number 7, Watchmen,
Hmm?
is definitely a 9 pointer in my
Watchmen was a
in my list.
great movie. Yeah, so I mean, I definitely get a point. And. Well, most movie critics, the newer shaky. And it was more, here is the political statement I'm trying to make more than anything else. So, okay. I mean, that's a good thing, but the nominations and the winners were also pretty shaky. So,
Yeah.
all right.
In
So,
terms of what are we watching, I liked Ricky Gervais's Golden Globes.
watch that 7-minute speech. Watch
Yeah.
that 7-minute speech. Make sure that is the first thing you do when you wake up tomorrow morning or before you sleep tonight. The last thing that you do before you sleep tonight.
It was definitely good stuff.
All right. I think that's the show for tonight. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you guys did not enjoy it, close the damn tab and shut down the computer. And if you're new around here, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you're into hitting bells. All right, everyone. Good night.